I think we are good to go. All right, so today I'm going to be working on this little blanket, but I'm also going to be making some bunny ears. So I'm going to be starting with this orange, and then I'm going to outline this with, I think, blue. Okay, let's see if I can find my blue. I wonder which blue I will use. Okay, just looking for my blue yarn. You know what, maybe I'll use this. I'll use this on the back of the bunny ears. We'll try this. All right, so let's get back to this. Hey! Yeah! Oh, thank you, Dark Girl. You're so sweet. Look at, of course, to celebrate, I pull out a giant lump of yarn barf. Oh my gosh, this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna make 13 chain here. I think I need to move my camera. My lights are definitely... Oh, you're so sweet. You know, it's really cool because everybody that I watch inspires me. I went to the grand opening of a new library close by. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. And I found a bunch of cool crochet books. So I decided I'll go ahead and stream early. Hey, welcome. First time chat. Stardust Nowhere. Woot woot. Angelina Incognito. So I figure I'll stream early and then I'm going to dedicate some time to reading. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Angelina, I found a good bunny ear pattern. So let me show you. This is the first one. And then I'm going to do the back. I'm going to do the same pattern, of course, because I have to modify it. I can't just follow the pattern. Then I'm going to do the back of the ear. I'm going to crochet the same loop here with this gray. So I thought that'll look nice on the back, and then kind of like get up over the edge here and then kind of curl it maybe and attach like that. And then I'll be able to see where the placement of the ears will be, and then I can sew on the face. I think this is the concept the other one was trying to do, but it was doing so much contour that it just ended up looking like a blob. So I went to the grand opening of a new library in our area, and I found some cool crochet books. One of them is called Retro, I think. Oh my gosh, it has cool patterns. I should grab it. I just have it over there on my table. But it has some cool sweaters and stuff. 60s, 70s, and 80s, I think it says, is like the inspiration. And then today, one of my chickens that hasn't laid in months laid an egg. I was like, what in the world? And it's funny because she was out there in the run, like hollering. And I go out there, what are you guys hollering about? Did you lay an egg you needed to tell me about? And she's standing there and then she stops. So I go look in the egg boxes and there's an egg from her and an egg from my Easter egg or hen. Okay, hold on one second. I had to share that. I forgot to tell. Oh, you had the volume down. Did you figure out why you couldn't hear? So here is the ear that I made, and then I'm going to put the gray on the back with the same pattern. And then when I sew it onto the little head, I'm going to do that pinch like that. So I think that'll make a nice solid ear. I just had to let Francesco know that the chicken's name is Hen Solo, since he was testing the Star Wars fan info. So what did you make for dinner or lunch or brunch? What food did you make for whatever meal? I was so hungry. I didn't even eat breakfast. I just had my coffee, so you know that kind of staves off the hunger. And then when I got back from the grand opening of the library, I was so hungry. Okay, what am I doing? Hold on. Let me back up here. Okay, so I need 6 double crochets at this end here. Okay. What is going on here? No, I think this is good. 3, 4. This, the 6 stitches at the end here make it nice and smooth. What is this? Oh my God. See that? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out what that is. I don't know why that. Oh, that's part of that stitch. Okay, I'm gonna redo that stitch. Oh my goodness. It was so loose, I thought it was part of the chain. Oh, you guys are gonna make the beef and potatoes now? I usually leave the peel on, but when my kids were little, yeah, we took it off. But I use the red potatoes. Okay, there we go around the end, and then we've got the top of the bunny ear. Oh, yummy. Yay. that sounds good. I love stew, especially if it has like big chunks of potatoes and carrots or even other root vegetables, turnips and stuff. So tasty. Oh yeah, that sounds smart though, because you're using up whatever you already have and then have some new options. I like buffet style. Did I miss a stitch? I've got a few really good books I'm anxious to read. So I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit and stream early and then read this afternoon, a little bit later. You know what I love to do, Angelina? I make like a baked potato bar. So then you just make the baked potatoes, and for that I get like the giant ones because that's going to be like the main course. And then put all the toppings. I'll be back. I'm going to grab that book. I want to show you the book. Then you can put whatever, like, you know, kid-friendly or adult-only type of toppings, and then each person can say what they want on their potato. So that's good for leftovers too, because you might have things like a new batch of sauteed onions. You could put mushrooms, sour cream, veggies, little chicken or meat chunks, chili beans. Okay, look at this. Retro crochet. Look at this poncho. Isn't that cool? With the bell sleeves and that cute little jacket. I'm excited to try some of these. Smiley crochet earrings. So this is cool. It tells about, you know, what you need. Look at this picture. That's awesome. Look at the giant hook in her hand. Talks about hot glue gun, jump rings, different kind of findings you need, and then basics, turning chain, zippers. So it gives the basic concepts, and I think that's really cool because I think you can use all the different concepts and then integrate them into your own unique designs as well. Look at that. How cute is that? Look, it even gives ideas. So I think this is geared more towards like kids or inexperienced crocheters, but I think it can also inspire experienced crocheters. So here it talks about implementing suspender clips. That's a good idea. Cute. I might need to step away for a second. It sounds like my toilet is running. It's always frickin' something. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Okay. So this is really cute. You can probably find some of these online as well. Let's see. Look at this cute little off-shoulder crochet top. That's cute. Yeah, so that I got at the library. The Year of Knots, I thought this would be fun. This kind of looked like an inspiration for a book, like if I was going to write a book or do a coffee table picture book type of deal. It's more actual knots, so she's using rope and creating different things. This is an awesome phrase, giving myself permission. Give yourself permission. Permission to stop and crochet, permission to read a book, permission to relax. So this is really cool. It gives information about rope and cord. I like that. Crochet in a weekend, 29 quick to stitch sweaters, tops, shawls, and more. So I thought I'd take a look at that. And then colorful crochet knitwear. So it's crochet, but I think it's made to replicate knitting. So this is cool because it has a graph or graphs in there. I don't know that I will actually create any of these just because I don't have a desire to, but I was interested to look at the book. So I decided to go ahead and borrow it. Right, so that is what I have going on. Okay, so I finished the second ear, part 1. So what I'll do now is crochet the back part, the little gray part. And then once they're both finished, I will decide which yarn. I'm probably going to use this yarn to sew it onto the head of the bunny. Yeah, the books are cool, right? And the ears are almost the same size. Ah! Once I get done, you won't be able to tell. Okay, so now I'm going to actually, I was thinking I'll crochet it right on there, but I want to have kind of more free form to, actually I'm probably going to size up a hook. That way this acts more like a lining and this piece will be bigger on the back of the ear. So let's go for eye. We love eye. I did that for you, Angelina. 2 different sizes of ears. I mean, I think they really are the same. It's just a little bit looser. Nah, maybe a couple stitches longer, which I don't know how that happened, but it did. So this will do exactly the same. I'm just going to do the 13 chains, and it's going to hopefully turn out bigger just purely by the fact that this is a thicker yarn and a bigger hook. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have this little bag of candy on the side here. It's very, very sweet. My daughter gave it to me. It's maple toffee. I think it has peanuts in it. Let me crack one open. I think it's just maple covered toffee. But I keep it here because I take it sparingly because they're so sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And then we're going to do our double crochet. into the 4th stitch from the hook. And then do 8 more. Let's unwind some of this. One. Hey Sarah, how's it going? We're going to give you a complex by calling you different names. But I see Saka, but I see Sarah typed out from Angelina, so I'm like, I'll just call her Sarah, which I know that's your actual name, so it's cool. Yeah, still applies, exactly. Autocorrect. Okay, let's count this. Okay, so the original, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. One more, and then I'll have the last stitch will be the one for the 6 double crochets that will create that top edge of the bunny ear. I need to also work on some downloads to put over on my YouTube. And another of my blog entries for my travel blog. I'm real quiet. Let me adjust my microphone. That's going to help a lot. I think that's better, huh? Sorry, I hadn't noticed. I was doing a test before because the microphone wasn't working at all. I think I need to just reboot every time I log on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning to unplug the camera connection, and the camera has the microphone built in, so then it reboots it. Otherwise it's kind of like in limbo, like it thinks it's still connected. I'm sure there's some way to officially turn it off and turn it back on, but you know, I don't need to read about that stuff. Just hurry up and go live. I like this gray color for the back of the rabbit's ear. Another nice thing when you sew the two pieces together, any ends you have can just be tucked away inside the center. Oh, thank you. The yellow I'm using on the little baby lovey. I might be able to use this gray for like the bunny nose or the eyes. I'll see how it looks. Okay, that should do it for the bunny ear. So then what I would do is put these two pieces back to back, and I might just crochet this together. No, I think I'll sew it. That way if the stitches are not exact, it won't be a big deal. Okay. The ear is going to be on this bunny head, and then it's going to be connected to this lovey. and that is going to be a gift for Angelina's grandbaby, little Ezekiel. So I think when I do it, I'll put the head so that this stripe is in the front. When I think I'm pulling the stitch out because I wasn't paying attention and started pulling the project. So I think the orange and the gray will look nice with that. Okay, so let me, thank you. I'm just gonna cut that extra long, put that together, and then get the other one done. It should be, I have plenty of gray. Feeling very productive today already. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. My poor dog, he keeps clawing at the door because my husband is in the garage and he freaking loves his daddy. He wants to go out there, but then 2 seconds after he goes out there, he wants to come in the house. So he's better if I'm like sitting in the recliner. He could sit with me. He's a bit of a baby. So this I'm just doing a double crochet on the chain, and then I get to the end and then do 6 double crochets in the end chain, and then that creates the curve that becomes the top of the ear. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm crocheting, I kind of misinterpret what each area is. Like, before I see how this looks, I would think that where I begin the project is going to be the flat side that would be attached to the head. But as you can see, as time goes by and more stitches are placed, then it becomes more apparent that this is the curving part of the top of the ear. So sometimes when I'm working on a project, I'm thinking, what am I looking at? And then I have to trust the process and just keep going. And then finally, aha, it reveals itself as more of the project is completed. Welcome everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. I am just working on these little bunny ears, and these are going to be just one of the components for a little bunny lovey for a baby. Little bitty baby. So when I'm connecting on like this, I try to kind of hold the stitch at the bottom so that as I'm doing the actual stitch, I'm not stretching out that base chain. Okay, so there's the other ear. And then this one will connect like that, and then ultimately the bottom here will be kind of pinched together, and then this will be the little ear on the bunny. All right, so let's finish this and get some extra for sewing, and then I will get my needle. Okay, there's that. Okay. Find the needle. Now I did learn a little trick from another crafter. So she said take your needle and get your thread or your yarn, fold it over the needle, and then pull it kind of tight. So see how it's over the needle? And then it makes it kind of get a fold in it, and then you can put it through the needle easier. I mean, I kind of let it go a little bit so it didn't stay crimped, but then you have your yarn, just pull it through. Okay, so now let's get this, we're gonna just tuck all these ends in here. It's gonna be just fine. This end I think I will tie on to this other end. Well, no, let's sew it in. It doesn't have to be too crazy sewn in there, because the end is going to be tucked inside of the ear when I sew the two halves together. So you want to sew it in, but don't yank it really tight, because you want to keep your project still nice and flat. All right, and then I'll just take that, trim it off, put the scrap in my scrap jar. Now, since I'm not following a pattern, I'll need to just, figure it out. Okay, I've got this needle threaded, so I'm going to start with this bottom. And then your stitching is going to be showing, so just kind of make it nice and neat and uniform. Now when I get to the side, I'm going to use the V-stitch that makes up the side. And you can sew this pretty loosely as long as you have it secure the inside of the ear to the outside piece. You don't have to really like yank down the stitching. And then even if I use this piece to this piece directly, it's fine because it's actually going to then kind of give it that curve so that it looks like the shape that I'm going for with the ear. So then it can curve in kind of like that. Cute. And then that makes it a nice sturdy ear. I mean, over time, it might become more like flexible or floppy. Okay, let's see here. Got a little fuzz. Alrighty, sounds good. Lurk mode allowed. So I just continue to stitch around the edge of the ear, and that is actually turning out exactly how I wanted it to. Very cool. See that? And that's going to make a nice thick little ear of substance. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I love this. It looks so good. Oh, I love it. Okay, now let me take a look at this little head. So it looks kind of big for the head, but I think I'll sew it on like this, and then it should work out just fine. So it is kind of longer, but I like the style. And when with the other on there, it's going to be kind of like, you know, floppy bunny mode. And I think this yarn is too heavy to sew it onto the head with, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this off, knot it, and then I'll have the knot at the bottom of the ear so that when I sew the ear on, the knot is kind of protected. You don't want to have it somewhere where the little one can chew it or somehow get it untied. And then put it right down in the middle here, I think. There we go. Okay, and then just put this end woven into the middle of the ear. Okay. All right, that should do it. All right, there we go. That's cute. I'm gonna actually get a piece of this yarn. Oops, I have the giant yarn bar if I don't need to pull more out. And let's sew on one of these ears. Excuse me. Need a little sip of water here. Okay, so if there's that, let's get some water. Hey RJ, how's it going? RJ's sneaking in on us. So let's try this again. So I saw where you put the yarn over the needle and just pull it tight and pull the needle out, and then, well, I think it might work for a different kind of yarn. This needle is a little bit bent, so I don't know if that matters. You're back, alrighty. Back, back, back. Let's see how we can get this situated correctly. And we want to have it sewn on nice and safe. We want it to last. I mean, there's going to be wear and tear, but you don't want it to be the first encounter and it falls off. Oh, the Wi-Fi in your building, RJ? Yeah, I was telling Angel that I couldn't live someplace where I couldn't have good Wi-Fi. And it's crazy because even some big cities, depending on who your carrier is, you have problems with your Wi-Fi. Okay. Now I think I need this to come forward a little bit. Okay, let me see what's going on with this. No, I'm not concerned about if it flops over or not. I just want to make sure I have, so the other ear will go right here. What I'm going to do is just leave the yarn loose for now and tie it off later. So let's finish sewing this one together. Do you guys not live near like a big city, or do you have minimal cell towers, or what is the situation? Okay, how did I manage to lose 3? Oh, here it is. I only lost 2 needles, not 3. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's one of them. Oh, I left it onto the other yarn. Okay, so let's tie this off first. Oh, a rural area. Okay, gotcha. You know, it was interesting. I was looking at information about traveling to Japan because we want to go to Tokyo Disney. And one of the videos I was watching said that you can rent a Wi-Fi thing, and it's like it looks like a battery pack that you carry with you so that you have the Wi-Fi. I had never heard of that. I never even knew that was such a thing. So I don't know, maybe it's similar to like how you could set up a hotspot on your phone. I don't know. Okay, there's that orange tied in there. And these scraps I'm just putting in this jar. So I don't know, maybe come Christmas we'll have some sort of scrap project to work on. Okay, now let's get this so we can sew this on. Oh yeah. Man, RJ, that sucks. I like how you typed Barzar. That's cute. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but it worked out. Okay, look what I just did. I did a slip knot. My gosh. Not doing crochet, I'm doing sewing. Ooh, nice, Saka. I was thinking of going out to the thrift store, and then I thought, you know what? You don't need to test your luck. Just get busy with the items you already have. Finish some of your whips. And that is why I'm here with this cute little bunny ear. Okay. Oh, the spell check did that? That's funny. Okay. Now the one thing about having such a long yarn for sewing, it kind of tends to get itself tangled, so watch out for that. I might actually trim this off and make it a little bit shorter. I don't think I need that much yarn. Oh my gosh. Sorry, hold on. I might have to mute again, but yay, you get a lift home. what they are barking at, but the thing is I don't want to be overly corrective, but it's ridiculous at some point. All right, sorry about that. Sometimes I think they're barking at the air. The letter carrier usually will make them bark, but the letter carrier already came. But like I said, I don't want to be overly corrective because then they might get the wrong idea and not bark when they need to. So I just try to let them bark a little bit and then tell them that's enough. 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 RJ, where are you traveling from? Did you have to do an errand and now you were going to walk home, or then you got a ride? That's awesome. When I was in high school, we would ride the bus every day home from school because my mom was volunteering at my younger siblings' school. So the timeline for pickup, we had the option, we could wait, so it would be probably an extra hour, or we could just go ahead and get on the bus. So we would just take the city bus home every day. That was kind of an adventure, you know, seeing all the different people. Very interesting seeing all the people on the city bus. Oh, I'm so sorry. Condolences to you. Hopefully it was a joyful occasion, as joyful as it could be. Shh, Remy, no. Lay down. Oh my gosh. Mr. High Anxiety Dog. I don't know, he wants to be like Superman or something. Remy! Oh, that's the letter carrier that just arrived. Bear with me. All right, I think the excitement is gone for the dogs. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. Oh my. Here, I just closed the curtain. He can just deal and quit looking out the window. My husband is watching UFC, and yes, calm down, puppy, you're safe. So he was letting me know who some of the fighters are tonight. So I'm gonna, everything's working out for me today. I got everything done that I wanted to do. So then I came on stream early, and then now that's gonna align perfectly so I can watch UFC. Yes, RJ, exactly. Calm down, puppy, you're safe. So he kind of has anxiety, so I do give him a CBD supplement once a day. It doesn't help a lot, but then when the letter carrier comes, he really barks, and so does my female dog. But I don't want to be overly corrective to them. Like during the day while I'm working, I'll let them go ahead and bark a bit, and then I'll go tell them it's enough, because I want them to bark in case somebody comes into the house, or, even solicitors coming up to the door. So I try to not be overly corrective, but sometimes it does get to be too much barking. Well, I'm really pleased with how these ears are working out. So I am purposely kind of reaching over to get the V-stitch, so that way it kind of curves around the ear. And I'm in no rush. Oh, you have a dog like that? Yeah. Plus, he's a rescue, so I don't know what situation he came from. He's been with us for 8 years already, but I don't know, about his mom and his dad, and he's a poodle terrier mix, so I always say poodle terror mix. So he is a little bit already anxious, but he is a very good dog. He's very cuddly and loving and tolerant of our other dog. So we can definitely deal with his anxiety. Oh yeah, you have to watch out for overprotective. Both of my dogs, if we like pretend like my husband is getting hurt, then they'll go and mouth the person that's doing it, not with pressure, just their teeth, like just put their teeth on, like stop, stop. Almost like if we were tapping. So they just put their teeth lightly, no growling or actual biting. Probably could have been done with this by now, but I feel very relaxed, very chill, taking my time. There's no rush on this project. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And then sew this together. And then I'll get that other piece of, well, I put it in the bin, but is it long enough to sew this? No, it's short. Yeah, it's short. I'll get a new piece to sew on the other ear. There we go. And I'll have that ear right there. So I think even if they're close to each other, that looks cute. Okay, let's finish this off and knot it. Okay. There we go. Okay, And this is in the scrap bin. And now Mr. Anxious is over by my end table looking for food in case I left any plates over there or something. Little sneaky man. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and thread this needle. Oh my gosh, I love this. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my needle in right there. And I'm going to sew it towards from the left to the right because I have the end over here, so I can attach this. Whoops, I should, excuse me, I should use a stitch marker to kind of hold it in place. At least it'll give it a general placement. Let's see if that will work. My luck, this little plastic one will break. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Just want to minimize if the orange thread is showing up through the gray, so that way it will look nice and neat. Okay. Oh my gosh. What is going on? What the? So I have all these loose yarns. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's awesome, RJ. That's a way to look at the positive. Sometimes I wish I had a driver when I'm going out doing something, and then I can just relax. Okay, I need a little bit more on this one. It's not as secure as I would like it to be. And the other one I did not tie off yet, so I can always do more ties on it, or more stitches. Oh my gosh, I love this style. One plus about having the little plushie, you can really just put the needle right through the middle. You don't have to worry about the stitches on the back, so to speak, because the back isn't even showing. The back is technically the inside of the stuffy. Oh, that is so cool, RJ. That's awesome. I just read that your friend brought your wool for you to work on. Okay, so let's see how these look. They are floppy, but they are well attached. So I am going to go ahead and tie this one off, and then I will go back around to the other one. So I'm going to tie it here, but then I'm going to sew in these ends, and these ends are longer, so that way I can make sure that they are well hidden inside of the project, and then that will give more security of the rabbit ears staying on. Now the trick is going to be to make the most adorable face. Okay, I'm going to pull that over to that side so that I can tie this off as well. And that's like double durability. Okay, and then leave that. I can sew that in. Tie this one off. And then I can sew this one in. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. Oh wow, that's awesome. You've got a definite awesome friend there, going the extra steps for you. Very cool. Okay, so this is tied off. I'm just going to sew this into the middle, and then, oops, pull it a bit, clip it, and then it will tuck back into the bunny head. Alrighty. And then here we're going to do the same with these others. Should have 4 other strands. And then I can do it in any direction because I'll pull it through and then kind of pull it tight, clip it, and then it'll suck back into the bunny head. That's cute. Okay, let's do this one. Tuck that one in there. There we go. And one more. Okay, now I will do the face. So I'm going to stitch the face. Then I can close this a little bit. Well, not close it, but use this yarn to sew the edge to the blanket. So let's see what colors for the face. I need a contrast, so I'm going to need black. We'll just do basic black for the eyes. And of course, I just need a tiny bit of black, but it's tangled over here with something else. Okay. need the other end. Where is it? Okay. Okay, this will be the eyes and maybe the nose. Or I have brown over here. I could use brown for the eyes, black for the mouth. Let's see. Yeah, let's try brown for the eyes. Okay. And the eyes are going to be just a basic stitch here. Let's see how we do it. Maybe a triangle. But how do I secure it on the inside? Maybe I'll secure it on the outside. Let's see. Might not be a traditional eye. Let's see. Oops, I want that on the other side of the needle. Let's see. And that's going to be a nice raised eyeball. Let's see, it's going to give it like a little more depth. But I need the yarn to cover that pink spot. Okay, I'll just pull the needle out this way and then figure out how we're going to finish this off. Oh, that looks decent. Oh, I don't want to tie that. Okay, I have an idea. Put it out through the bottom. See if that actually will go. Yeah. Okay. One moment. My pup needs to... Oh, I think she let herself out. Yay, good job. Okay. Oops. Okay, now Okay, I'm tying this off, and then I need to make sure this eyeball doesn't stay sunken in, because it's kind of sunken in. Okay. Why does it look more like a nose? Because it looks like it's in the middle of the ears. Okay, so we'll make that the nose. And because I spent too much time, I mean, I worked hard on that. So then let me get the black. And the black is going to be basic eyes. Okay. I don't know, the eyes might look tiny, but we'll see how they turn out. I should do it the same way like I just did the brown. Through the bottom, the stuffing. Okay, let's see how that works. See if it looks okay. So it is going to look a little bit different because the face kind of looks like it's towards the top of the head. But when I sew the blanket on, I'll kind of arrange, thank you, I'll kind of arrange the blanket so that it's coming up more. And then when I have the mouth, then it will work out better. So I'm going to leave that attached. Go back up and sew on the other eye. And make sure we have it in the right spot so that we don't have a rabbit that is looking off to the wrong direction. Yeah, I like the way the ears came out. I started to sew the eyeball, but then it looked like it was more in place of the nose. So the eyeball became the nose. This was the eyeball. Okay, let's do one more. And then put the needle through the bottom. Oh my gosh, what? I can get that out of there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that looks cute. I think that looks cute. Oop, oop. Okay, now figure out how to tie these eyeballs off. And not pull it in to the head. Okay, now I do have a dark red, but I don't think a dark red will be nice for the mouth. So let's see. Okay, let's figure out the mouth. I wonder if I have a piece in here. I think a blue mouth would be funky. But this magenta might be a little bit much. Oh no, it's not that big of a contrast. Okay, let's see. What? Oh, you know what? No, that's too much. Because if I have a pink, it's going to be the same color. Let me see what I have over here. I've got everything. Maybe the red won't be too much because it's not that big of a contrast. I'm going to use the red. And my red is like a big ball of mess. You know what? I think I can work on that with my winder today, this afternoon. Okay, let's figure this out. Where is the end? You see the end? Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. No, that's not. Oh my holy moly. Well, you know what I think I'm going to do? In the name of time, I'm going to make a new end. I cannot seem to find the end. So I will get a piece that I need, sew the mouth, then I can stitch it onto the blanket. It is amazing how quickly something as simple as the end of the yarn can disappear. Oh, I found it. Yay. Okay. So let's take that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave this end out, definitely, so I can cake the rest of this up. Okay. Now let's make a mouth. Let's make a mouth. I might take off one of the strands so that the mouth yarn is not as prominent. See if this will work. It works with embroidery thread. I don't know how it works with yarn. Because the yarn is a little bit fuzzy and it gets kind of caught. All right, there we go. We got a 3-strand instead of a 4-strand. Here we go. All right, let's make a bunny mouth. Okay, let's take a look. Come on. Okay, that. I don't like that. He's got a tongue. me fix this tongue. Oh, actually that looks okay. I like that. Here's a little mixed color match here.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay, let's tie it. All right. There's that. Okay, now for the attachment to the okay, so tie that off. Okay, so I'm gonna have this I'm going to put it more towards the front. Okay. Okay. Because you want to get the stitch but not go through the back, and then sew all the way around so the stuffing does not come out. Tuck in those loose ends. make sure and sew this very completely because you do not want this to detach. And let me check the placement and make sure it's not shifting. Yeah. What? Well, I think it did shift a little, so I need to get that back. There we go. All right. Oh, I think it looks cute. I like the ears. There we go. I have the earbud in. Tell him that's how we feel. We're doing projects anyway, so that's why we would stream too. Like, we're going to do the project anyway. I mean, that's how I feel. Oh my god, this is so cute. Look at this little fat bunny head. Whoop, whoop. You know what? Let me check this out real quick because so that can be like in the middle, but I did purposely not put it exactly in the middle. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Uh-oh. Smoking in the restaurant. He's smoking in the restaurant. Sorry, I'm talking about this other stream I'm watching. I think that's it. I think that is it. And then you see the stitches aren't through to the other side. Okay. I got to choose a pattern. Okay. Oop. Yay, I'm glad you like it. I love the ears. So I try to get this on here nice and snug. Same with the ears, the eyes, the nose. It's ready. No, it's not ready. Look at. Let's do this. What time is it? I've got to go soon anyways. So I think I should have time just to sew these ends in. And then finite. I did not do any embroidery today, so I did not design or stitch out any signs. I like the little emoji you did. Mr. Sentimental over there, eh? Yeah, man, yeah, man. He's cool. All right. Well, let's check these other bits to sew in. Now this one I crocheted already, but I'm gonna sew it in a little as best I can. Fashion boy. Alrighty. Okay, what have I got? This one and these. But these are so short. I'm just randomly sewing this end in here, just any old which way, just to make sure that it's secure. It's already tied off for sure that it won't unravel, but you don't want to have an end hanging out there looking like it's going to unravel. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this little sucker. That's not going to work. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Okay. See, can we get that in there? Yeah, okay. There we go. Let's see if I get this threaded. Okay. Trim that. Okay. Okay. All tied in. All tied in. Time for your photo shoot, little buddy bud. Whoop. Okay. What time is it? Yeah. I do believe it is time to sign off. I'm going to put the little bun to the side. Actually, I will grab this and see, did I finish the yellow? I'm almost to the end of the yellow. And then I think I'll leave the yellow as the border. I think that's a good size. So I'll finish this one off, and then I will be able to make the little, I was saying a bunny head, but I am going to look and see what other options there are. So we'll see what we end up with for this little lovey. So then that would mean the lovey part, or the blanket part of the lovey, is done. So that's another whip kind of on the final stretch. Leave that kind of long. And then I have the cardigan that I can connect together. And if I decide to make it bigger, I can always add another round. Yeah, I just was wrapping up. So I just finished this lovey, or the blanket part of this lovey. Let me show you the bunny, the bunny lovey. So here's the bunny, and he's attached to the blanket. So then he's got his little funky bunny ears, his little eyes, nose, and the mouth. Oh, yay. Okay, cool. So I'll be signing off and you'll be coming on. So that's a perfect exchange. You guys will be able to go and check out Angelina. So this I will set aside. I left this a long thread so that way I have a better time sewing in the ends. And then I can, I'm going to start on some stuff for the vests. I might start with this and see just how it progresses, but I need to finish some of the other whips. And for now, I will sign off and thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Little low energy chill stream. Excuse me, and I appreciate you guys. So you guys have a great afternoon. Remember, we've got our little And my website here. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. I think that Angelina will go to TikTok. So check there. She might be setting up right now. All right, cool. It's like a full day of streaming. Spoiled. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. You too, Sokka. Thanks so much for popping in. I appreciate you guys.